composed of billions and billions of atoms and molecules.
Okay.
On to your next question about how I cured my erectile dysfunction. Well, you see, I took a brick. Oh wait, that was not your question. That was someone else's question. Your question was, how do we intro this show?
Yes, that was actually what I was going to ask, but you just took it and threw it away.
That is what I'm known for.
Anyway, welcome to What's New Play 2 podcast, episode 46.
And we missed a week. Because,
I mean, I wasn't really gonna.
I know, but it was the first week we missed, so I figured might as well talk about it. We missed a week because we saw the My Hero Academia movie on Wednesday. That let out about midnight, and we didn't really feel like recording that late. Then Thursday, work interrupted. And then Friday, I got home from work around 4 in the afternoon. And started vomiting horridly. And I was sick this entire weekend. Friday to Monday, actually. So, we didn't have time to record last week.
Then I was sick over the weekend, later half of the weekend for some reason. Whatever.
You were feeling my pain, and I love you for it.
Who knows, maybe that's what happened. Anyway, so, we got a few things to talk about today.
Did we talk about Pokemon showing off the new Pokemon?
No.
Pokemon showed off a new Pokemon, a new mythical Pokemon. Its name starts with a Z and it's a monkey type thing. It's a grass dark. Its silhouette, I said, had Heihachi's head. And no one will ever be able to convince me otherwise. It's called Zarude, I think. Yeah.
Zarude Sandstorm?
Yeah, Zarude Sandstorm, which actually that'll be a good nickname. I was going to nickname it Heihachi, but Zarude Sandstorm might be a good name for it.
You're welcome. If you could fit it.
Yeah, then you just name him Sandstorm.
Or just Heihachi, honestly.
Heihachi Storm. But it looks to be like what an animator would draw for like a chase scene where they're being chased by evil monkeys. It's all black and scary with red eyes and fang claws that look straight out of Samurai Jack. And it's got arm bracelets because it's stuck in the 80s. All in all, decent looking Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a mythical. Those are normally not my cup of tea.
Of course.
Except Victini, because that thing looks like it's wearing big pants.
I mean, I guess. Oh, Swiss.
I mean, so is, what is his name? Scrafty and Scraggy. They both have, they're the Gen 5 big football head. They got, like, pants. There's a lot of people actually point to that one for like, oh, I'm sorry, did you say all Gen 5 Pokemon are bad? Well, look at Scraggy and Scrafty. Those things are fantastic. I mean, my go-to is Braviary, but that's just because I love bald eagles.
That's fair. So, get this out of the way rather quickly. Fire Emblem Heroes. More news. Not really. Anyway.
Fire Emblem Nudes. Coming to America.
The next title update is going to be bringing the biggest feature that everyone fucking wants right now. Well, almost. The second thing that everyone wants. They won't shove Fay Pass in your face as fucking much.
Oh, thank God.
So, like, when you have quests that are Fay Pass exclusive, it won't automatically show you it. It'll just keep it to the side, or it won't really notify you about it unless you have the pass, which thank fucking God.
Dude, because that was annoying.
I hate it. And otherwise, Heroes added Legendary Chrom, who is ending today. So, that I was not expecting him to be in the game.
I don't think I even summoned on him.
I did it a little bit because I wanted Julia, but yeah, he's a bow unit, which is a little weird.
Because Chrom's everyone's bow.
I guess. I mean, he looked fine.
Can he be a bow unit in...
Oh, he might. I think so. That's right. He could be. I forgot.
I think he can get a bow and arrow.
Yes. I just forget when.
That's something.
And yesterday, another new Heroes banner was dropped, and it's Free House Ascender this time again. And they're adding Bernadetta, which
I'm excited about her.
it was only a matter of time.
Yeah.
Ferdinand, Annette, and Lysithea.
Ferdinand who?
Ferdinand von Aegir.
There you go.
And with Flame Emperor being our Grand Hero Battle unit that we'll get from that batch, essentially.
Edelgard has the same amount of alts as Anna now.
Yeah, it took her not even half the time.
It took her a month. Not more than a month.
But it felt basically like a month. Like overall, I'm okay with the banner. I'm probably not gonna summon on it that much. I might go for Lysithea for like a bit, but like
if I remember to open the app, I might summon.
I'm probably not gonna try my best to really go. I'll probably just start saving up orbs again because the Nils banner drained me, so I really stopped summoning frequently. I did end up getting another Valentine's Roy finally for an extra merge. Been like 2 years since I've got another one.
Oh, quick side note. I'll explain how I got to this later, but I learned just yesterday that in GX's subbed, Hasselberry's gimmick is that he ends every sentence with either Saurus or Dawn. That's his thing. And good lord, is that awful.
Why do you think we watch the dub?
Because it's hilarious.
Anyway, that's all I really had to say about Fire Emblem, so I wanted to get that out of the way. But going on to my next topic that I wanted to talk about real quick. So, recently, Dead or Alive 6 has released more of their costume DLC and whatnot, yada yada yada. And now they also released different hair colors you can have for each character. Excuse me.
That's kind of cool.
For $1 each.
$1?
Mm-hmm. There's 16 colors.
$16 for everyone to have.
Not everyone. For one singular character.
They are per character.
Oh no! Guess what? It gets even better. So if you buy let's say you buy a blue hair Christy.
Yeah.
But you want to go. If you bought blue hair Christy and then you go to then you buy a blonde hair Christy, then you want to go back to blue. You gotta pay another $1. You're basically renting hair colors.
That is.
You're not buying it. You're renting it.
That is the dumbest shit I think I've ever heard, and that is one of the scummiest things I think I've ever heard. Holy fucking shit! I'm glad I didn't buy that game.
I mean, I'm happy I bought the game. It's just I'm not buying the fucking DLC.
That's atrocious. That is downright atrocious.
You want Rig to have blue hair?
No,
he has no hair? Whoa, that's $1. Boy, you want to go back to his default hair? I think you gotta still pay $1 to go back. You not.
That's.
I believe so. Yeah.
If you had made it $16, so every character got 16 different hair.
That's completely. That's
whatever.
Very cheap.
Whatever. It's hair color, so I'd consider that a little expensive, but at the same time, inoffensive. But this, oh my god, that's like worse than loot boxes,
right? Because at least you own it. You don't own the hair.
Shit. That's actual garbage poo-poo shit.
It's just weird because you let the fans buy the fucking costume. So why is hair color a renting?
God, that is awful.
Right? Isn't it stupid?
I don't even understand the thought process behind it. They're like, no, if we give Kasumi yellow hair, then they'll get... if she has yellow hair in the story, and then in the next cutscene she has regular hair, it'll ruin the immersion, so we can't let them do that. It's like, what?
I wonder if it shows up in the story mode, honestly. I don't know if it does. Clearly I haven't, so...
I want to know the purpose behind that. Besides the obvious all-powerful... Well, EA did it. They didn't EA did it. No, EA hasn't done this.
No, they've done other weird things though.
Wow.
It's just I know Koei People don't realize how shitty Koei Tecmo can be when it comes to their DLC, especially with like Dead or Alive. I get it. Most of the fans for that game do it for the titties. But there's a select few people who like the game because it's fun to play. And
Well, I think the people who like it for the titties just get the volleyball game.
some people like the fucking fighting game too. For the titties. So you can see.
I mean, I like beating up anime waifus. That's hilarious.
I mean, same. I mean, sure, well, yeah, my main's technically.
An anime waifu?
Yeah, but like, if you asked me, Dead or Alive 5, I played a lot more men.
I think I mostly play dudes.
Yeah, no, you mostly play dudes,
Which
but,
is
like,
really funny.
I mained both Christy, Akira, and Elliot.
Because, like, my favorites to play are, in, like, 6 are Rig, Zach, and Brad Wong.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really funny. In the titty fighting game, I like playing as the dudes.
In that one, I like playing as Hayate, Elliot, and Christy. They're just my favorites. I like how they play. Kokoro's like a fourth place. That's me. Sorry, I'm shaking my leg.
I know, I just see everything shaking. I'm like, what is going on? Is that the train?
No, that's me. Yeah, but isn't that great?
That is actual dog shit.
Yeah, it's also why I still really am been holding back on eventually wanting to get the DLC characters because, like, that's just shitty.
Also, oh no, Momiji is one of the DLCs.
Momiji, Mai, Kua, Rachel.
That's so stupid that 3 characters from the last game are DLC in this one. That's so stupid.
And
It's not even like a Smash Bros. Thing where they came back from a long... Like how in Smash 4, Roy and Lucas and Mewtwo... Oh, Mewtwo was weird. Mewtwo, you got him for free if you pre-ordered both, which... Not everyone had both systems, but if you had both systems, you were probably going to get it on both systems.
Yeah.
But, like... That's so...
Even like Soul Calibur, yeah, they kind of did the same thing to where...
But they've changed up the
They
characters.
changed up the character. That's what I'm saying. They changed up the characters. They're alive. You really don't change up the characters that much.
Change up about the everyone punches, everyone kicks, everyone.
The power blow is like the most they might do differently, but even then, it's not that big. Anyway, it's dumb. Yeah, I just wanted to tell you about that because I wanted to see your reaction, and I'm glad I did.
That's fucking awful,
Right?
That is.
Mm-hmm. I know. Anyway,
I really hope no one buys those fucking things. Or at the very least, the only people who buy them are the ones who go, "Whoa, all the colors, that's awesome!" And then they're like, "Oh, I need spend $1." Then they're like, "I'm gonna put it back to the normal hand." And they go, "Oh, I had to spend $1 to do that too." So they've only spent $2, and then they're like, "Not doing that shit again." I really hope no one spends
the whole thing.
Yeah, I really hope no one spends more than $2 on that. You know, the $1 to put it on, and then the one to get the default.
We'll find out. Well, maybe we'll find out. I doubt it. Anyway.
God, that's fucking bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so I finally watched Cells at Work. Not the whole thing, but... Oh, and I also finished Season 2 of Konosuba. I'll start with the Cells at Work.
I can talk about Hyoka. No, sorry.
It was... The show is really funny. It's an old show, so I highly doubt I have to... Not old, but it's 2 years old by now. I highly doubt I have to talk about what it's about all that much, but Cells at Work is about cells at work. The best parts of the show definitely come from the impact of the white blood cells just without saying a word dogpiling the germs and brutally stabbing them with the knives, which is really funny. Also, the platelets they're inoffensive. You know, they're just little kids.
Yeah.
They're
cute.
They're kind of cute, yeah. Normally when show use cutesy shit like that, it's to try and fucking make. Normally when shows use cutesy shit like that, they overuse it to make the show more popular. But they're not all that overused. Not crazily, at least.
No.
all in all, so far, it's a good show. It's on Netflix. It's subbed and dubbed. I would recommend watching it in whatever way you would want to watch it. I think it's good. And then Konosuba Season 2. Konosuba's fucking fantastic. Konosuba is great. It is literally just 4 assholes gallivanting on around a fantasy world being assholes. That's basically the show.
I know. Eventually, I gotta rewatch it with the dub because I originally watched both seasons subbed because I heard good things about it and I thought it was pretty good. But honestly, I don't get. I have a bigger appreciation for a dub. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
I'm gonna nail my first hand to the crucifix here. I don't get the overwhelming love for Megumin. I like Megumin just fine.
She's okay. I don't find. I'm not fascinated with her.
I think she's really funny. I think a lot of great scenes come from her.
Darkness is best girl.
I love Darkness. I think Darkness is my favorite of the 3 girls.
She's funny as fuck.
Darkness is pretty fantastic.
Also voiced by Christina V.
Huh. I didn't notice that the whole time.
Well, you will now.
But like, and 2, a lot of people also like Yun. I don't get that either.
Titties.
She doesn't. That's what Darkness and Aqua are for.
Yeah, but
that's what Wiz is for. I like Wiz a lot.
Yeah, Wiz is not bad. I kind of
Wiz is funny.
She's kind of like the basis of like my Pathfinder character. Just how I imagine her. Like that's how I think my character looks. Honestly,
looks wise, sure, but acts wise, you are not nearly as ditzy as her.
No, not acting. Just like literally appearance wise. I'm like that's kind of what I've was thinking of.
And now the final nail in the crucifix. I don't think Aqua's that useless.
She's really not. She's just very.
She's just
misguided.
She's just a bitch.
Honestly,
she's just a bitch.
She's a bitch.
But then again, like they're all assholes, so it doesn't matter.
It fits.
Definitely a fantastic show, worth watching if you really enjoy like comedy.
Unless you watch it already, which probably you have.
You could get another laugh out of it. That show is pretty fucking funny.
I think it's good. Good.
The fucking what was it? The spoiler, the part where they're fighting a big giant robot and literally it just starts flicking Darkness in the tits to beat her up.
Yes.
God, that show is so funny.
Yeah, I had a good time with it. Yeah.
Also, this is my personal opinion, but I think, you know that guy who always is in the background with, like, the pink suspenders? He's like, good job, Cosmo. That's definitely the fucking Devil King. That is 100% the Devil King. You're never going to convince me. Until they show that the Devil King is not him whatsoever, that's the Devil King. He's gonna be like, Cosmo, sorry you had to do this to you, pal.
Had to do it to them.
Yeah, and then at the end when they beat him, he'll be like, you done good, Cosmo. I'm proud of you. Like, that of course, I'll probably be proven wrong, but that's the Devil King from where I'm standing.
It's fine.
One final thing with anime, I saw the most recent episode. I think most recent. Whatever. I saw more of Interspecies Reviewer. I'm still on that kick of tell me not to watch it. I'm gonna watch the whole fucking thing.
That's fine.
But once you've seen the first episode, you've seen the whole thing. I mean, sometimes there's a joke that comes out of nowhere, but for the most part, it's literally just they're loafing around doing nothing. Then some stupid shit happens, and they go, "Alright, let's go get laid." And then they go and they get laid. And Krim gets all reacts all sheepish and shyish, but then fucks like a horse.
Well, you heard it here, guys. Fucks like a horse.
The only like really really funny part is the end of the episode where they go to fuck the Golem chicks. Every single one of them. Well, the halfling builds his Golem to look like the bird made at the cafe that they inn, tavern, whatever the fuck it's called, that they all always hang out with. And then the other 2 guys that aren't the angel go, "Oh, make us that. We want to fuck her too." And then they turn to the angels like, you want to fuck her too, don't you? And he's like, no. And they look at him. He goes, yes. So then they all fuck the bird. And then the bird, the real bird, says to the angels, she's like, so what type of girl did you make? And the angel immediately buckles and apologizes and tells her. And then there's just a slow motion scene of her just beating the ever-loving shit out of all four of them. And it's really fucking funny.
Okay. Maybe I'll have maybe I'll watch it in the guilty pleasure sort of fashion.
Some episodes are definitely better than others, but they're all basically the same premise.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I get it.
Which it's so much not like it's so
scared shit out of me.
not an insane one way or like an insanely bad or an insanely good anime.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an anime, but like more. It's like a Shimonetta kind of anime where it's like very sexual. But it's not like it's a bad anime, it's not a good anime. It's a very middle-of-the-road anime when you take out the sexual aspect of it.
Sounds about right, though.
It's like... The whole thing was just people getting way too uppity over the fact that tits exist.
Whatever.
Tits and vagina.
Whatever.
They do get, like, very close to the edge of, like, what's an anime, what's a hentai, at points. But for the most part... No.
Okay.
The closest they get is they have the meat sear on the fire girl seared into the shape of a vagina, in my opinion. Or I guess the imps humping the glass.
I mean, at this point, it's... I want to say it's old news, and, like, not gonna lie, the people that are gonna watch it are gonna watch it probably the way that you're watching it right now. So, like... Does it really matter? Yes, it sucks that we miss out on a dub of it now. Sure, I get that. But, like...
Well, I just hate the fact that...
There'll be more shows.
Oh, there definitely... There's no
You guys
point...
will forget it in, like, 2 years. That's all.
The show's not, like... Like, no one count this among their favorites because the establishment hates it. But fuck the establishment. How dare they tell me what I can and cannot watch.
Definitely. Yes.
That's my stance on that.
I feel like that's a lot of people's stance.
I mean, that's probably why it rose to such... that's exactly why it rose to prominence, because people
definitely.
are like...
They talked about it.
That's like why people who don't even have PS4s bought Extreme Beach Volleyball 3. Because they're like, fuck you. You have no right to tell me that I can't play this game or watch this show.
Yeah. So, I recently finished Hyoka. It was a show that came out around, I think, 23rd, 4th. It's one of the later shows that Kyoto Animation made. Fortunately, it's about these 4 kids in high school who, one of them was like a really smart. 2012. Holy shit!
You're a little late or a little off.
Well, the dub I think came out in like 2017.
Oh, so it took a while.
Yeah. But either way, it's 4 kids who make up this classic lit club because the main character is basically a detective genius, but he's kind of like lazy, and they're just solving mysteries. That's really all it is.
Anime Scooby-Doo?
It basically is like anime Scooby-Doo, except it just revolves around the 4 characters, and they do a lot of detectiving around like the school or like certain situations to be like, oh, what happened to your uncle when he went to high school where he got expelled during the school festival, because when he got expelled, when I talked to him about it, he got angry and I cried, but he never told me why. And then like it sounds weird in theory, but watching it is interesting enough to where like you kind of get involved in like all of like their pondering and like their investigating of like how things went down, because since they weren't there, it was like 30 years ago. So they never knew how it actually went down. They get all these pieces of information to connect to how it actually happened, and then you find it all gets laid out for you, and then seeing it all play out, it's a fun show. And plus, look at all the characters, the four main characters, interactions with each other are really cute, and like both girls like both of the boys in the group, and it's really cute. It's a good show. I think it's a very good show, and I have to probably make you watch it with me sometime.
You just saying Detective Agency reminded me of when me and our good friend the Captain made our own detective agency. Remember we went on...
Oh my god! I completely forgot about that.
We got...
No! Holy shit! Now that you said that, that's exactly what that show was.
We got like one case to find a class ring, could not get into the school to look for it. We tried for about 15 seconds, and then we left.
No, but straight up, that's exactly what the show is like.
Oh, that's great.
Except
they get the mystery solved.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh my god! Wow.
I'm gonna let the cat out.
That was a blast from the past.
Come on, Swiss, you wanna go out?
So I know it's spoiler, but do we want to talk about the new My Hero movie? Our review of it?
Oh yeah, spoiler rich, but the movie's not canon, so don't get your knickers in a twits.
No, the only thing that'll be canon is Hawk.
Is Hawk canon now?
Hawk was canon.
Oh, cool.
They just introduced him in the movie.
That's cool. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, he seems cool. Anyway. So
Bakugo dies.
Before that, we're gonna preference.
I said that in the movie.
I know you did. You whispered it to me.
I said, too bad Bakugo dies.
So preference. Our friend is an asshole and made us see the movie in 4D.
The 4D almost ruined the fucking experience.
Yes. Let's talk about... Okay, before we even get into the movie...
Let's talk about 4D.
Talk about 4D.
So, the best description of 4D is you sit in a high chair while your ass is pounded, they spit in your face, and they shake you wobbly style.
And you have no leg room.
You have no leg room, and they expect you to eat whatever the fuck you've got while they're trouncing you about like a kid on their dad's leg, like a, oh, bouncy, bouncy, bouncy.
That's a very good analogy. Holy shit.
It's awful.
Yeah, it was...
And they would spray it directly on my hands.
Which is funny because I didn't get any of the spray.
Until you had to literally put your hand up to the thing.
Well, I didn't do that originally either. Even when the spray first came out, you said like, I think I just got fucking sprayed. And I'm like, really?
I got it in my eyes. Like,
I don't know how you got it in your eyes because I'm not.
They sprayed it all fucking over me. Whatever the fuck it was, water. Or, like,
they probably heard you. We're gonna fuck with this guy in specific. Seat A4.
As soon as like they activated the ass puncher, and I was like, I literally went, oh, that won't do.
Every time it kept going off after because you said like, because it's gonna make me poop, and I
had to shit the entire movie, and they were just pounding my rectum, and I'm just like, you're about to clean up a brown seat that was black, buddy.
It was bad. Every time like the butt thing came up, I kept laughing because I was like, oh my god, Jay's getting more angry by the second, and I felt bad. I'm like, this is too funny. In like both in
it
both
would go
instances.
off, and I'd be like, son of a bitch.
So like, because I don't understand how people want to see movies like this. I don't understand because I saw people like on Twitter like, oh, I've been trying to see this in 4D.
I told you they like to be hit in the anus. I got hit in the nuts by one of them.
Yes, you did say that.
Ass pounders. They shouldn't go up near your nuts, but I got punched in the nuts.
I think it's got big a hunnies.
I think I was just sitting on my nuts or something. Like, oh god.
Yeah, 4D's dumb. Our friend, of course, liked it. I'm not gonna lie, I think the only time I didn't mind it
was at the end.
Because the end, like, I felt, I will admit, I think I felt kind of immersed in that fight because of how
the fucking shaking and whatnot.
The shaking, how the seats were. That's the only thing I would definitely give it credit for.
Oh yeah, that moment it was fantastic.
At that moment, everything else, I'm like, when they were walking, sometimes I'm like, oh no, this. I'm like, oh no, this will not do.
Sway you like a fucking hurricane.
I'm like, oh no, this will not do. They're walking. And then the title credits do it. I'm like, oh, these are just title credits. Why are you moving the chair?
I had mozzarella sticks. And I'm like...
that's right. You
I'm like, you fucking assholes! If I spill this, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, that was.
And then there's nothing to leave the plate on, so I
Yeah.
stood up and I put it on the floor and I sat back down.
Yeah, I hated the biggest thing is that you had no foot room to like literally place your feet down and like have enough to like honestly just like it was like a little lip, nothing else, and I hated that. That was like one thing I hated about those seats too.
I was about 15 seconds from
Standing up the whole movie.
yeah, just standing there like
I know.
this.
I honestly expected you to do that, and I am
Arms crossed. Like,
I am proud of you for literally sitting through that ass blasting. Because
God.
I was expecting you when you said I'm about to get up in 10 seconds and just stand up the whole movie, but you didn't.
I was about
And
to,
I applaud you for that because I legitimately was not expecting you to because I figured that shit would have been too far for you and you would have just been like, nope.
the only thing that stopped me was realizing that people behind me might be like inconvenienced. And no matter how annoyed I am at the movie theater, I will sooner leave than annoy the people around me.
Of course. I agree. I totally agree with that.
Which is why I hate going to the theaters with my girlfriend, because she
Is-
loves to annoy the people around her.
Of course.
And she knows it.
You heard it here first, folks. Anyway, so to the actual movie.
Oh, one more
Wow.
quick thing about the 4D, and it pertains to the movie. There is a scene where Tokoyami is flying overhead, and it was the first scene where it would have made sense to shake us along with it,
Yes.
because he would be flying through the air, and they cut the scene in like 1 or 2 seconds. And it's like, are you kidding me? You'll shake us like a crying baby because Bakugo burps. But when Tokoyami starts flying through the fucking air, something that would look be incredible to experience in a movie, you're like, yeah, no one fucking cares about this.
Yeah, it was dumb. Anyway, okay. So overall, I think just to say first, I definitely enjoyed this movie more than the first one.
Oh yeah, this one was a lot better than the
I
first
think
one.
the only thing that I liked better in the first one, the only thing really better in the first one was the villain. I think the villain was a little bit better.
A little
this-
bit more like understandable and likable.
That too. Otherwise, overall though, I think this movie's superior in almost every way.
Although I'll be honest, that fucking beast dude, I liked him better than the villain in the last movie.
That's fine.
I thought he was pretty fucking great.
Yeah. Okay. So overall, I liked how a lot of this movie they did have a pretty good constant of like action scenes and whatnot. It wasn't all just exposition, which is fine.
It wasn't tons and tons of exposition, then Deku throws a punch, then more exposition, then
yeah.
Deku throws a punch.
I know this movie was going to focus on Deku and whatnot and Bakugo, but like,
I mean, it didn't feel like it focused on them. Like, it felt like it was air quotes focused on them, but it felt like it was focused on the whole class.
yeah, I agree, but I do feel like though this movie really does show the faults in My Hero as a whole, to where they really need to focus on some more of these characters for more than like an episode or two, and like
I think literally every character got a chance to shine in this movie.
they did.
Sero more than others, but
Sarah really was. They
Sero
really
carried that
need
team.
to use him more. He is super fucking useful and pretty good combat wise. They just don't want to utilize him.
yeah, well, that's because
Even fucking Todoroki doesn't really have that much. going
Todoroki
on.
doesn't he's not powerful and doesn't do anything until they need him to ass-pull beat the tough guy that they made too strong for them to beat.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, I really want Ida to have more screen time and like
Right?
more fighting, because I like him. They don't do shit with him. They really don't. After the fucking thing with what the fuck, not Slash, Stain. Thank you. That was it.
Slash from Guns N' Roses.
That's
was
why
going
I'm
around
like,
killing
shit,
people.
that's not it. But once Stain's thing was done, Ida has not had any more focus, and that pisses me off. I like him.
Mineta had shit to do in this movie.
Mineta had more shit to do than fucking Uraraka. I'm sorry.
Uraraka, no, she floated shit. She was the one who floated shit so Sero could throw it at people.
Yeah, I guess, but
She didn't get a chance to shine, like do her own thing, but she definitely was a part of everything.
fine. I get it. Yeah, I'm more in support. I get it. I I still feel like they should try to make a way for her in general to have like an actual like
I like the
fight for herself.
Despite the fact that I don't like the girl villain, the mummy villain, or the main villain, Nine's like okay, but at the same time he's like a business casual. No, not even. No, he's literally just young. All for one.
Yeah, voiced by Johnny Young Bosch, which was very nice to hear.
I like that.
Yeah,
but the part where girl villain, I can't even remember her name because she did so little.
Probably Scarlet. Let's be real here. Her name's probably Scarlet.
That's true. She did have red hair. So,
I think on Fairy Tale, but they probably could have just reused it anyway. When
they're separating them, and their idea is to throw her in a cave with Tokoyami and Mina, and the fight is like
Mina did some work. I had to admit,
she did a shit ton of work.
Yeah,
and the fight like goes on, and then they're doing good, then she's doing good, but then as soon as it gets darker and Tokoyami lets Dark Shadow out, the fight's over.
Yeah.
She loses, and that was really great to see.
Yeah.
Because you don't get a scale of how strong his quirk can be.
No, and Tokoyami isn't fucking utilized enough either.
His quirk is also super good.
Yeah.
Turns out Sue has poison inside of her.
I thought that was a thing she said.
Asui?
Yeah, Asui said that in the past. I forget when, but she's definitely said it.
Oh, well, I just remember they were like, how are we going to beat this unbeatable guy? It's like, obviously we'll use the broken frog quirk. Why is the frog quirk so broken? Lord only knows. It's because she got tits and ass. That's why her quirk is so broken.
And she's so cute. People say she's cute. I like
Asui.
I don't find her cute. Like, like, oh my god, she's so precious.
I don't find characters like that normally.
No.
But, like, I like Asui, but at the same time, why is she so broken? Why is she so overpowered? She's just sticky.
Personally, I found a lot of gay tension between Bakugo and Deku this movie.
There was a shit ton of that.
Like, holy fuck. Like, yes, I do sometimes, for shits and giggles ship them, but not, like, actually, it's more like a haha funny kind of thing.
Because the movie's non-canon, I don't get why they did the ass pull at the very end like they did.
Because they sometimes try to do that. I mean, they kind of made the first movie somewhat canonical.
I guess, but at the same time,
I know.
They said
the
movie's not canon.
They're dumb. I don't even.
So, like,
hell, they should have half of the fucking people that actually inherited all for One for All.
That's true.
They only didn't show like one person. Well, I think it was like the original. Yeah, they showed off like everyone else. We don't know who the fuck they are unless you read the manga.
They also spoiled something for later in the movie.
Yes.
When the guy goes, "Oh, he just got access to multiple quirks." But big spoiler: the way they beat the guy.
Before we knew that, the whole fight scene in general,
fucking gorgeous,
was awesome. You cannot deny. Personally, I feel like you cannot deny how good that final fight scene was, and specifically just like the ending of it was.
It was so fucking beautiful, and it was so good. And they cut out all sound and just let the ambient music play.
It was perfect.
When they finished
it was perfect.
It was so fucking good. That scene alone almost made up for the horrible fucking viewing conditions.
Yes,
it was perfection. That scene
was awesome. It was awesome.
I would suggest seeing in 4D. The whole fucking movie.
Yes.
No.
I agree. Because I said it. But the 4D was worth it somewhat for that scene. That ending scene was fucking awesome.
It was gorgeous.
And then they ruined it at the end because Deku gave Kacchan One for All
as the only way. He's like
as the only way to beat him, which, okay, fine.
It's his ultimate sacrifice. He was like, I'm going to use the embers, you use All for One, we'll use it 100% and we'll kick his ass.
And they do.
I liked the joke where Bakugo and Deku's got 2 broken arms, Bakugo's got 1 broken arm, and Deku's like, alright, Bakugo, let's go, and Bakugo's like, what the fuck, my arm?
But
he's like, the giving of each other the quirk was also a very nice scene.
Yes.
They're in, like, the two dragons' mouths, very beat up. He had, like, water dragons.
Yeah,
Nine had water dragons.
Yeah.
And, like, they're very beat up. They'd spent this whole movie working off the teaching of All Might, telling them they have to work together to do... This was, like, a big monumentous... And, like, they gave it with kind of, like, almost a high five.
Yeah, almost like a high five, then like a... Touch my hand.
Yeah, they literally just...
Come a hand.
They became
Take
blood
my
brothers.
hand.
They, in essence, became blood brothers.
A little bit, yeah. And then, so no, then they beat the shit out of him. And then, the way that Deku gets the One for All back, it's not that Bakugo touched his hand at the last second, which would make the most sense.
Yeah, like, they're lying there unconscious, and
they're right next to each other, but they're not holding hands, which they should have.
yeah, like, they could have been lying there unconscious, and when All Might saw Deku, he's like, what's going on? And he sees Bakugo's hand over Deku's unconscious hand.
But instead, they just made the excuse that One for All...
Gave Bakugo a little bit of itself.
And then was like, alright, and now we're going back to Deku. And it's like, what? What?
Yeah, it was so weird.
It almost ruined that scene a bit, because, like, that was... It would have been
They even
awesome.
had a scene where Deku is crying and apologizing to All Might for giving up the quirk. Literally just before it happens. And then he passes out because All Might is like, no, I'm proud of you. This is exactly what you should have used it for. You saved everyone. And he did. He saved everyone. He did what he had to. And then, literally, after that, he sees One for All activate in Deku and starts going up his body. And he's like, One for All, how is this possible? And he goes, because of how much Midoriya wanted this, One for All did a miracle. And then Bakugo just kind of forgot everything. And that was literally the excuse, was that Bakugo forgot
which I think
everything.
that was fucking stupid. He could have remembered that, but, like, I get it. Oh, because he will make it canonical. He has to remember it, but not Bakugo. Why? Why can't Bakugo remember it? They could have been a little more friendlier then together if that was the case. They could have been like, oh.
This will be their excuse to make Bakugo less of an asshat.
Yeah.
Which, I liked Bakugo in this movie. I liked Bakugo a whole lot in this movie.
I did adore Bakugo in this movie. He was fun as hell to watch.
He was a great character in this movie.
Yeah, he was fun to watch. He was just fun to watch, honestly. And
he wasn't his normal horrible piece of shit.
I mean, hopefully that'll also translate into the regular TV series.
If TV series becomes movie Bakugo, that's fine. He was still aggressive. He was still full of himself, but he wasn't like
stupid.
The worst.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, overall, very good movie. Very good movie. So I think the final topic for this episode, I was gonna touch upon, was
Senran Kagura Peach Beat.
I mean, if you want to talk about it,
It was $9 so I bought it. Man, that game is a fucking trip. Just from the fact that you can basically pee on their feet with colored pee. So essentially, you can buy little ducks that give you different colored water, and then the little ducks, the water changes, one of them's orange, so you just got dark pee, and you can go into the training room, stretch their tits like Mario 64's head, and just piss on their feet. It's so fucking funny. You can slap them and shit. And it's just titty Splatoon.
Now, again, that respects women. We finally beat River City Girls together.
What do you mean, respect? You beat the shit out of, like, 7 women. More than 7.
Okay, but...
That's not respect. You beat them up.
But with women.
You don't beat people up that you respect. Come
With
on now.
women.
You don't beat people... A woman does not beat up a person she respects. People don't beat up people they respect. As a matter of fact, the two main characters' whole thing is that they don't respect anyone.
Okay. You know what? I was trying to fucking make a segue, and you had to fuck it up.
Just, it had to.
You know what? Fuck you. Anyway, River City Girls.
Broke his heart.
We'll get to that. Because spoilers, again.
Huge Mondo big titty spoilers.
Okay, overall, I definitely think it's probably the best way to revolutionize a beat 'em up for current gen consoles and modern gamers, really, to where it's not just the usual stage one through 7, and you go through the whole stage.
Yeah, it's a continuously flowing.
It's a non-linear beat 'em up with the overarching story and whatnot. So it's pretty...
And a lot of your favorite YouTubers as voice actors.
Yes, a lot of the very random NPCs are voiced by YouTubers,
store owners.
The store owners and one
Godai is Jacksepticeye.
Yes, Godai is the only somewhat frequent not NPC that
he shows up to give you your side quest for the level.
Yes. Otherwise every other main character is voiced by a professional actor. So, I think that would probably be the best way personally to add in celebrity people to do voices. They're not
celebrity.
They're not all in your face as Kyoko or Misako being them. Instead, they're just a random shopkeeper that will have a few lines and that's it. And I think that's the best way you can do it.
Get in here and fight me.
Get in here, fight me.
Arnold Henderson, everyone.
Aaron is very good as him. And I love Dan. They both are very good.
We learn to fight so we may protect that what we care about, or whatever he said.
Yeah, just
not to hurt others.
Again, of course, he was just the Zen one, and Aaron was the angry one. I think that was perfect. Story-wise, I thought it was cute. It was, fight your boyfriend.
Fight your boyfriend?
No, fight.
He comes home drunk one night, and you're like, why are you home so late? And he's like, why don't answer the door like that? And you're like, I never answered the door. He's like, I'm gonna go sit down. And then you gotta race him to the chair.
So,
and you gotta beat him with a shovel.
You gotta fight a bunch of people and find out who took your boyfriends.
We're gonna fight you something to get back our boyfriends. We're the River City Girls. It's a good opening theme song.
It's a catchy opening theme song. I love overall. I love the style of the game. I like a lot of the voice little snippet dialogues that they have, whether it's the main cutscenes essentially, or the ones where you just the random idle talk that they have.
WayForward are just very good with stylized shit.
Yes,
I love their fucking styles.
I agree. I fucking adored when they did their manga cutscenes. I fucking loved them.
Those were incredible.
So good. And I thought they were personally really funny. And I thought the game's writing overall was really funny. Of course, there was some few things I didn't care about, but overall, I really enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah. Anthony found his spirit animal in the form of Kyoko.
I love Kyoko. And I love Misako. I love my two girls. They're my bees. Holy fuck! They're a fun fucking ride.
That game is definitely worth it to play if you haven't.
Yeah, if you haven't played it, definitely get it and definitely try. And because it's on fucking everything, it's really on everything except for mobile, which good.
Grab a buddy and beat the shit out of some goons.
And it's fun as shit, and it's more than a 3-hour game, so you'll get your money's worth out of it personally too. Yeah, and the ending hurt me. A little bit.
So, you fight all these bosses, you get up to the Japanese samurai-wielding big boss of the roost, you beat the shit out of her multiple times, kick her out a fucking window, and you land in a hot spring where your boyfriends are, and plot twist, they're not your boyfriends. They're these characters called Mami and
Hasabe.
And Hasabe.
Who were fucking around with you the whole fucking game.
Calling them their boyfriends. And you're always complaining, no, they're ours, you pieces of shit, stay away. And then it turns out they are their girlfriends.
And then, if you break all the statues throughout the whole game that's scattered about, you can actually fight Mami and Hasabe. And you can get a true ending where Mami and Hasabe are
fine, they're your boyfriends now?
Because it's funny, because if you're an American player who only played this game and maybe another River City Ransom game, we don't have the knowledge of Kunio and Ricky's history. So we thought Kyoko and Misako were their boyfriends, but
girlfriends.
Girlfriends, Jesus Christ. but like they were only there with them for one game that was only released in Japan, and they specifically said that in game, and then they just gave up and like, fuck it, fine.
We're their girlfriends for like one game, and that wasn't even released in the USA.
Fine, they're your boyfriends now. Happy? Oh, should we still kick him out? Kick him out the window?
I mean, we can.
And then they do the same thing, and then they end up being together with the boyfriends, which I'm not gonna lie, because we didn't get that. We didn't get the quote unquote true ending. We got the normal ending, essentially. Personally,
when we got to it, I was laughing my ass
was
off.
Laughing. I was heartbroken. My Ricky Poo wasn't my Ricky Poo. It was fucking Mommy and Hasabe's. I don't know which one had who, but
I don't know either. All I know is literally like the last cutscene before they kick the woman out the window. You and Kyoko said something at the exact same time.
Because we're cute!
And I was like, yes, getting one more in before we beat the game. And then we beat it, and then just the look of disappointment on your face. I'm just laughing my ass off.
I was. Still am.
Oh shit, it's those crazy girls who are always following us around.
I'm like, what? And then the credits roll. I'm like, no, that's not the ending. But it was. They didn't add that true ending until an update in January of 2020.
Which, that is great. That is such a fantastic ending. And after learning about the history behind it, it makes so much sense.
It really does make a lot of sense. It's funny as shit.
But, like, just going blind, having not learned it, it makes it better.
It makes it so much better. It really
so
makes it
fucking funny.
Yeah, super good. And the soundtrack, personally, overall in that game.
Oh, it's too late to say this, but if you were planning on playing the game, skip the whole review of it.
Yeah, but we said spoiler in the beginning.
I know.
Music though, also really fucking good. I would think it's catchy as hell. I have it on my phone, cause on Spotify.
Oh, that's cool.
Hell yeah, I know. I've been listening to it when I go to work. Anyway, yeah, it hurts a bit still. I'm still happy though that the game. Oh, excuse me. When you beat it, you actually get to play as Kunio and Ricky.
You got the gremlin in you.
I got the gremlin in me.
Yeah, we were eating gremlins before, and you know Anthony, he can't sit for a second to chew his gremlins.
Nope. Not when I got to talk about River City Girls. Anyway, that definitely has become one of my new favorite games, probably of all time. I thoroughly enjoyed it from start to finish, and like, sure, it was kind of difficult, but like, it was so fun.
It was a shit ton of fun.
It was so much fun,
and I got you killed in the final battle.
That's right, you did!
I got you killed and then I won it.
I didn't even technically participate in the final battle, but I don't care.
I know, but I was just like, well, shit, well, you know what, we're probably going to have to restart anyway.
Nope, we did a first try! So, yeah.
One random, complete non sequitur that only popped up because I can see the tiny little icon inside one of the semi folders on my phone. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links added Blair Flanagan as a character, and when you unlock her, she rests right between the two Jadens. She gets to be in between senpai.
Yeah.
Unlocking her was stupid fucking easy. You just kept playing the game until you...
I don't think I even did it. I think I stopped. Oops. Oh, well.
Whatever.
I know. I'm just like thinking, like, did I? I'm like, no, I don't think I did. Anyway, no biggie.
You didn't even like her. I just want all the GX characters.
Oh, I mean, I understand. I don't even want all the Yu-Gi-Oh characters. I just want the ones I like.
I don't want all the ones from the other games, but from GX, I want all of them.
No, I totally understand. I think really just for both series, I'm like, I just want the ones I like.
Yeah, I was about to say, other than Dyke Side of Dimension, I got all the characters I like.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think everyone I have characters I like. Taya, I tell you, I just don't mind. I don't like her. She's okay. I like her better than Tristan.
What?
Anyway, I think my
Is Tristan in the game?
Yes.
When was he a character? Did I get him?
I think you had to have them.
God, I don't even.
I
remember
know
at
I
this
have
point.
them.
I don't even remember who I have at this point.
Anyway, so that might wrap it up for this episode of What's New Play 2 podcast, episode 46. Yeah.
Some people crossed the street today when they saw me, so that's cool. All right,
Yes.
everyone. Have a good night.